Hi guys, welcome to another video of statistics for data science course, right? So till now we have discussed that what is a statistics, what is data, what is information, what is describe, right? What are mean, median and mode means what are what do we call them? That is the measures of central tendency, right? So today we will be discussing that what is an LLM, right? But what is the meaning of LLM, right? How we connect a data to an LLM, basically to a large language model, right? Then we will be discussing about some points of data science and statistics, and what are the protocols, what are the methods, how to combine a solution and make it in a data set, right? So move on to what is stats. So in statistics the main point is this, that we use a large data as a sample of data science. So as we know that data science is a very large field, right? So a large data can be also taken a part of a data science, right? So large data is used as a sample of data science. So in the last video we discussed that what is a sample is basically a part of a population, right? So what is an LLM basically is a large language model. We discussed that what is a model. A model is something that has a work to be done, right? And that model is trained and tested based on the data set, right? So for example, a very popular example of LLM can be taken as ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT, we know that we search anything on that, but it gives the more accurate result than the Google, right? But there are many tools that give the more accurate result than ChatGPT also, right? For example, Perplexity AI. I will be giving you some list of the AI tools also, right? I have a list of a lot of them, right? So basically in LLM, in data science, we move the data to an LLM. Means when we train a model, it can be a large language model or any other model, right? The main point is that it requires some data, right? Without data it is empty, right? If we do not give any data to the large language model, to any model, it will not work. It will not work because something it requires to work, right? The data it we give the data to the LLM and we train that model, we test that model, right? So it all starts with the data, right? It all starts with the data, right? Data. So data is very important. So one more point I want to tell you, that the way of innovation is directly proportional to the size of data. Means if you increase your way of innovation, means if you keep on researching and doing the innovation creation, right? So your size of data will also keep on increasing, right? Means if you start from a data of, you can say, 5 columns, right? 5 columns and 10 rows, right? 5 columns and 10 rows. Means the first experiment you did on this data set, right? But the second experiment you require more rows and columns, so your size of data will be increasing simultaneously, right? So you can't say that you can use the same size of data for every experiment. You will see that when we will starting the experiments, the data size will be increasing, right? We will be making our own data set, right? With a smart way, not just writing the rows and columns, right? It will take a lot of time. We have to do the smart work here. So the size of data will simultaneously increase here. So the next point I would be talking about is amount of data. It depends on the data formats. The data formats can be in the form of application, presentation, session, and the network. Means these are the main 4 steps when we discuss about the amount of data, right? First layer that comes in our mind, that should be the application of that if we are using a data in our innovation and research, what should be the application of that? Then how to present that data, right? And after that, the presentation comes the session, means the logical phase where we have to apply the logic to all the data, and after that all the network will start working, right? So this is mainly, these are the main 4 steps required here. And the another one is libraries. Don't forget about what are libraries. Means, you know, when you will be writing the code, the main thing is how to import the libraries here, right? Until or unless you upload the libraries, the code will not be working, right? If you not upload the libraries, means you are not importing the essentials, right? When we make something, we just need that. Without this thing, the work would not be done. So that thing is libraries here, the functions, the libraries, main things, right? And another one, I would say that how to combine a solution in a data set, how to find a particular solution. So there are some proposed protocols, right? The proposed protocols, we just think about that protocol, and after that there are a lot of protocols, right? We select one method, one technique, the best method, we form from that protocol, and we make the solution and combine it in a data set, right? So that is the main step when how to make a solution and combine it in a data set. We will be discussing about this further in the next videos, right? It's a work of let's say 15 to 20 minutes, right? It's not that important, I would say, but the method and technique you should be remembering where to use which method, right? So next, come to the second last part, that is the GUI. GUI is very important, graphical user interface. You should heard of this thing earlier also, right? We put data here and it helps us to make graphs, box plots and scatter plots, right? So what are the graphs, box plots and the scatter plots? This is the part of data visualization. When we just interpret the data, when we analyze, organize, structure and interpret the data, then comes the part of data visualization, right? After data visualization, we form just the parameters of output, that are the precision, accuracy, recall and confusion metrics. So don't be confused in these terms, I will discuss them later, right? But when we just visualize the data, there are some plots, there are some graphs we have to make, right? So that are box plot, scatter plot, pie chart, etc., right? So that's the part of graphical user interface when we visualize the data, right? So in statistics, basically we learn how to reduce the data size without using the databases, right? Without using the database management system, right? That's another subject, another topic, another theory, right? But without using the databases, in databases, we use the commands like create, alter and drop, etc. commands, right? But without using them, how we can reduce the data size, right? So that smart work is done in statistics for data science, right? And here we move and rotate the data in a single data set. So that's the part of stats and data science. So I hope you learned about LLM. Basically, what is the information about LLM? The most popular example, ChatGPT, everyone is using it, right? And how to connect the data to an LLM. The main part is the way of innovation is directly proportional to size of data, right? It is very important part. And application, these four layers you should be aware about, and the libraries and function is the thing without which it would not work, right? So this is all about today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, you learned something from it, and thank you so much.